Hello and welcome to Man vs Film. This is another top 10 of movies that you can watch right now on Netflix US for the month of September 2019. So let's get started. Number 10, Anon. In the near future, private memories are recorded and crime has almost ceased to exist. But in trying to solve a series of murders, troubled detective Sal Freeland stumbles across a young woman known only as the Girl. She has no identity, no history, and is invisible to the cops. Sal realises this may not be the end of crime, it just could be the beginning of it. Clive Owen and Amanda Seyfried star in this really nice techno-noir thriller type movie. It's all about the future where everything is recorded within your vision, and he, as a detective, spends all of his time in a room basically playing back through video feeds, checking out people's alibis, what they said they did, to see if they did do the crime or not. Then you get the girl, Amanda Seyfried, who is an anonymous figure within this world. She has no digital fingerprint, something that is almost impossible heard of, and this could be the figure that is behind a series of mysterious murders that are happening. This is a really nice techno-noir, like I said, something that really doesn't get mentioned too much. It kind of came out and faded into the ether immediately, and I think it's worth checking out. Number 9, Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Jones was born under a night sky, with signs predicting that she was destined for great things. Now grown, she dreams of the stars but wakes up to the cold reality of a job cleaning other people's houses. Only when Kane Wise, a genetically engineered ex-military hunter, arrives on Earth to track her down, does Jupiter begin to glimpse the fate that has been waiting for her all along. The one thing about the Wachowskis that you cannot deny is their fantastic sense of world building. Yet again, they create a science fiction Cinderella story where Jupiter is going to be plucked from obscurity to become the ruler of the universe as she knows it. Of course, there is a wicked witch that is after her in a really weird performance that I'll let you discover. Channing Tatum is the Prince Charming in this kind of movie that's really fun. And it's one that is, genuinely an interesting tale. It's a little tropey in some of his actions, but the world building is fantastic and the look of the movie is terrific. Number 8, Jackie Brown. The middle-aged stewardess Jackie Brown smuggles money from Mexico to Los Angeles for the arms dealer Ordell Robbie. When she gets caught by the agents Ray Nicolette and Mark Dragas with $10,000 and cocaine in her purse, they propose a deal to help them to arrest Ordell in exchange for her freedom. Meanwhile, Ordell asks the 56-year-old Max Cherry, who runs a bail bonds business, to release Jackie Brown with the intent of eliminating her. This has two of my favourite things to create this movie. It has Quentin Tarantino, a terrific writer and director, and of course Elmore Leonard, one of my favourite novelists. I just love his books, they're so punchy, and this is a melding of two extreme talents just creating magic. It is a fantastic movie, littered with tremendous performances, a great story that just continually moves along, and a fantastic soundtrack that is just amazing. Highly recommended. Number 7, Panic Room. Recently divorced Meg Altman and her daughter Sarah have bought a new home in New York. On their tour around the mansion, they come across the Panic Room, a room so secure that no one can get in. When 3 burglars break in, Meg makes a move for the Panic Room, but all her troubles don't stop there. The criminals know where she is, and what they require the most in this house is in that very room. David Fincher's movie stars Jodie Foster and Kirsten Stewart. It's a fantastic kind of one location movie as you have them locked within the Panic Room, the 3 burglars in the house trying to get in to get to it, and it's just suspenseful, full of tense sequences. David Fincher, of course, is synonymous with great movies, and this is another one of his that I really enjoy. The look, the design, and the way the story unfolds. Great performances as well. Number 6, Dog Eat Dog. The story of 3 men who are all out of prison and now have the task of adapting themselves to civilian life. The California 3-strike law looms over them, but what the hell? They're going to do it, and they're going to do it their way. One more hit, one more jackpot, and they will all be satisfied. Troy constructs the perfect crime and they pull it off, but in the aftermath they keep finding the law surrounding them wherever they go. Paul Schrader directs Nicolas Cage and Willem Dafoe in this really weird movie that's rather enjoyable. Cage, of course, is larger than life. Willem Dafoe is a small, pent-up, psychotic man who could snap at a moment's notice and just rip you to shreds. It has some really funny moments as well, some laugh out loud moments, especially one involving a suit, and it has a kind of finality to its ending that you could almost see coming from the beginning of the movie. I think this is one of the sort of better movies of Paul Schrader's career, and actually one of the better Nicolas Cage movies in recent memory. When the White House is captured by a terrorist mastermind and the president is kidnapped, disgraced former presidential Secret Service agent Mike Banning finds himself trapped within the building. As our national security team scrambles to respond, they are forced to rely on Banning's inside knowledge to help retake the White House, save the president and avert an even bigger disaster. With Angel Has Fallen just arriving in the cinemas, I thought it'd be fun to go back and check the first movie, the movie that started this trilogy, and who would have thought this would have turned into a trilogy. Anton Fuqua directs the hell out of this movie. There is terrific action set pieces. It's one of the better performances by Gerard Butler, who just is great as Mike Banning. And you can kind of see this character and the level of violence that's in the movies, how they kind of spawned sequels. And although they're never great movies, they're exceptionally fun. Number 4, Boyka, Undisputed. Boyka is shooting for the big leagues when an accidental death in the ring makes him question everything he stands for. When he finds out the wife of the man he accidentally killed is in trouble, Boyka offers to fight in a series of impossible battles to free her from a life of servitude. I really like the Undisputed series. I feel as if it got better the more it went along, and the addition of Scott Adkins into the series was a masterstroke, turning from the villain in part 2 to the hero in parts 3 and 4. And one of the best things about this is the insane action fight scenes. It's pretty much the best thing about the movie. Seeing the athleticism on show, seeing the crazy action that's done here, seeing it in a camera movement that's not shaky, that's not too close up, that actually allows you to see the athleticism on show is terrific. I think Scott Adkins is one of the best direct-to-video action stars we have at the moment, and this is one of my favourite movies of his. Number 3, Girls with Balls. A girls' volleyball team, the Falcons, end up stranded in the middle of nowhere after their minivan breaks down. Little do they know that they've landed in a degenerate hunter's territory, and the hunt is on. Thus begins a very long night where they must run for their lives and test their team spirit, but the girls are more resourceful than it appears. In the heart of the forest, the tables are about to turn between hunter and hunted. Girls with Balls is a silly horror thriller. You can tell that from the title itself. What you get is a bunch of characters, some interesting, some not, some you want to meet a grassly end, some you don't, and you just bait them at the hands of these cannibalistic backwards people who think this is a lot of fun to just hunt these people down. There is blood, there is disgusting scenes, there is moments where the headless corpse is just walking about and not realising that it's about to pass out dead soon enough. It is funny, it is entertaining, it had some fun moments, it's quick, breezy, easy and just entertaining to watch. Number 2, Horns. Small town inhabitants accuse Ig Parrish of killing his sweetheart Marion Williams. Even his parents believe that he is guilty. Only his childhood friend and lawyer, Lee Tourneau, believes Ig is telling the truth. Then out of the blue, Ig sees horns sprouting from his forehead, but soon finds these a blessing as people now confess their sins and inner dark desires to him. Ig uses the horns to discover who the killer is of his beloved girlfriend. Daniel Radcliffe stars in Alexander Argy's horror adaptation of Joe Hill's novel. It's a really twisted and turning tale. It is at its heart a procedural as you try to figure out who the murderer is of this girlfriend. As the story unfolds and we get more facts about it, we start to come to like Ig, realise that he's not the man that's behind this murder, but the horns are such a strange addition, and some of the things that he creates people to do is just downright funny and justful in my eyes. I think it's a really fun performance from Daniel Radcliffe, a complete 180 from his Harry Potter role, and I think it's just an interesting, fun horror mystery. Number 1, The Invitation. Will and Eden were once a loving couple. After a tragedy took their son, Eden disappeared. 2 years later, out of the blue, she returns with a new husband. And as a different person, eerily changed and eager to reunite with her ex and those she left behind. Over the course of a dinner party in the house that was once his, the haunted Will is gripped by mounting evidence that Eden and her new friends have a mysterious and terrifying agenda. The Invitation is one of the best horror movies I've recently seen, and it does it without being overly bloody are in your face. It creates this sense of atmosphere and dread, and it allows the movie to kind of play with Will as well. Is he seeing things because he wants everything to be abnormal? Does he rebel against the normality of this dinner party? This is surrounded by a tragedy that happened and he just doesn't want it to be normal. But is he actually seeing things? Is he catching clues that something is not right here? Or is it all in his head? And this twisting, turning movie really plays with that, and I give it huge props for that. It's incredible. Highly recommended. It's a reason it's my number one for this month. A must watch. So there we have it. 10 fantastic movies for you to check out this month on Netflix US. Hope you find something there that you want to watch, or an old classic that you want to revisit. If I've missed something off my list, if there's something that should have been there, let me know in the comment box below and it might make it onto next month's list. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.